Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the vast ocean roaring beneath you, the salty breeze kissing your skin. You take a deep breath, and suddenly the world slows down. Your heart steadies, your shoulders drop, and a sense of calm sweeps over you. That single breath. It's something we all do, roughly 22,000 times a day, without thinking. Yet it holds the power to transform our bodies, minds, and even our lives. But here's the twist. Most of us are doing it wrong. It sounds absurd, doesn't it? Breathing. It's the first thing we do when we're born. The last thing we do before we leave this world. It's as automatic as the sunrise. Yet over centuries, as our lives grew busier and more confined, we forgot how to breathe the way our ancestors did. The kind of breathing that connects us to nature, balances our emotions, and supercharges our energy. And it's costing us more than we realize. Let me tell you about a man named James Nestor. He's not a doctor or a yogi, but a journalist who stumbled onto a hidden world of breathing techniques after a peculiar experiment. For 10 days, he and a colleague plugged their noses, forcing themselves to breathe only through their mouths, something millions of us unconsciously do every day. The results: skyrocketing blood pressure, restless sleep, and plummeting energy. When they switched to nasal breathing, the transformation was nothing short of miraculous. Their energy surged, their sleep deepened, and their minds sharpened. It was as if they had unlocked a secret code hidden in plain sight. But the story of breath doesn't begin with James Nestor. It's woven into the ancient practices of cultures around the world. In India, yogis developed pranayama, controlled breathing exercises to harness life force. In Tibet, monks practiced tummo breathing to generate body heat in freezing conditions. And in Japan, Zen masters used breath to anchor their minds in meditation. Even modern science is catching up, revealing what these ancient practices knew all along. How we breathe directly influences how we live. Let's start with stress. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, late for a meeting. Your breathing becomes shallow, your heart races, and your muscles tense. This is your sympathetic nervous system kicking in, the infamous fight or flight mode. But what if you could hack your body's response and find calm in the chaos? That's where diaphragmatic breathing comes in. It's a fancy term for belly breathing, where you inhale deeply, filling your diaphragm rather than your chest. The result? Activation of your parasympathetic nervous system, or your rest and digest mode. Studies show this simple technique can lower cortisol levels, reduce anxiety, and even improve digestion. Then there's the question of energy. Think back to the last time you felt utterly drained. Did you sigh a lot, yawn repeatedly, or feel short of breath? That's your body's way of crying out for oxygen. Enter the world of rhythmic breathing. Athletes like free divers who hold their breath for astonishing lengths of time, have mastered this art. They practice breathing cycles that flood their blood with oxygen, sharpening focus and boosting endurance. One popular method, known as the 4-7-8 technique, involves inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. It's like hitting the reset button on your nervous system. But let's take it a step further. What if I told you that you could alter your body's temperature or even your immune response through breath alone? Meet Wim Hof, the Iceman, who popularized a breathing method that's as thrilling as it is effective. His technique involves rapid, deep breaths, followed by breath retention. This practice has enabled him to withstand freezing temperatures, climb Everest in shorts, and even fight off infections, all thanks to the way his breathing primes his body. Scientists were skeptical, but when they tested his methods, they found a measurable increase in immune activity and metabolic rate. It's not magic, it's biology. But there's another side to breathing that's more subtle, yet equally profound: its impact on our minds. The Navy SEALs, known for their high-stress missions, use a technique called box breathing to maintain focus under pressure. Imagine drawing a box with your breath. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. This rhythmic pattern not only calms the mind, but also sharpens decision making and improves resilience. It's a tool anyone can use, from the boardroom to the classroom. And then there's the spiritual dimension of breath. In many traditions, breath is considered sacred, a bridge between the physical and the divine. In yoga, the breath is called prana, or life force. In Chinese medicine, it's qi. Even in Western traditions, phrases like breath of life underscore its significance. When you pause to focus on your breath, you're not just inhaling air, you're reconnecting with the essence of being alive. So, where does that leave us? The next time you catch yourself sighing in frustration or panting after a flight of stairs, stop and take note. Are you breathing through your nose or your mouth? Are your breaths shallow or deep? And more importantly, how do you feel? Because here's the ultimate takeaway. Breathing isn't just something we do, it's something we can master. And when we do, it has the power to transform our health, our energy, and our lives. Try this tonight before bed. Lie down, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, letting your belly rise. Hold it for a moment, then exhale gently through your mouth, as if you're blowing out a candle. Do this for a few minutes, and notice how your body begins to relax, your mind clears, and your heartbeat slows. It's simple, it's free, and it's yours to control. Breathing is life, and when you learn to breathe better, you live better. It's as simple and as powerful as that.